Okay, welcome everyone to the CloudApp tips and tricks webinar. We want to go over, first of all, a new feature that we released today, analytics for CloudApp users, and also a few other features that our product team will be going over, but also want to share with you some other key features that we updated last year, and just want to make sure everyone knows how to use them. While you're filing in, feel free to let us know what your name is, where you're from, jump in the chat, and we'll kind of have a nice community discussion. Yeah, we'll give people a couple of minutes to file in, and then we'll go ahead and get started with the content. Also, we will be sending out this recording to anyone who attends. So feel free to just kind of sit back and enjoy. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat menu. And then lastly, we did launch today on Product Hunt. So if you go to Product Hunt, here I'm just going to show everyone, and we'll drop the link in. If you go to producthunt.com, log in, you'll see analytics from CloudApp. We'd love for everyone to join us in the conversation there. Hopefully share how much you're excited about analytics from CloudApp and give us some love as we try and promote this new feature to our community. People joining, thanks for joining us. Help us get to know you by sharing your name and where you're from. We're going to go ahead and get started in about maybe 3 minutes. Also, Utah got about 130 inches of snow over the last 3 weeks, so that's why I'm promoting my Ski Utah background here. If anyone likes skiing, come check out Utah. Looks like we've got a good group coming in. Getting a lot of comments. Oh, just came back from Tahoe. Awesome. I love Kirkwood at Tahoe. It's actually the only place. That's the only place I've been in Tahoe, but definitely Tahoe is a favorite for Bay Area tech companies. Had a lot of friends who would go there all the time that lived out in the Bay Area. Awesome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I am Joe Martin. I'm the head of marketing here at CloudApp, and we had a new product release today. We are on Product Hunt. Go ahead and find us there and join in the conversation. Share how much you're excited about analytics. But we want to show you guys how to use that product and then feature, and then also share some of the other top features we've released over the last 12 months, so you know how to use those. So some little housekeeping agenda. We'll have some quick intros from our product team who will be taking us through some of the features and benefits that we have going on right now. We'll share the tips and tricks, and then we'll review some quick takeaways. Again, this recording will be shared with everyone who registered, and then also be on YouTube. So you will be able to see this and we'll be able to review it later on. So you can just sit back and relax and enjoy the smooth jazz voice of Finn, Andrew, and Savannah. Here's our team today. We have Seraphine Hochart. I always say your last name wrong, sorry. We call him Finn. Yeah. He's our product lead here at CloudApp. Andrew Thomas, who I hired, trained up, and then sold to the product team. He was on marketing. Now he's working with product with Finn and running our Windows product. And then Savannah, who is also moving into product, has done really great work with all of our customers. And we're excited to have her share some of her thoughts on some of the features that we have. So Finn, do you want to do a quick intro of yourself beyond what I said?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it's Séraphin Auchard. Finn works much better. It's much faster. It's pretty much the last part of my first name. I'm based in Montreal, Canada. I actually have my little team coffee right here. That was not at all intended, but a classic, a classic. So I've been at CloudApp for a bit over a year now, leading product, so taking care of a bit of the website, the Mac app, and we're slowly, building a lot of features and getting feedback from you guys, from users, and trying to build features that really try to help you in your workflow, day-to-day workflow. So feel free to reach out to us even after this webinar if you have any questions or suggestions. Always open to get those.
Awesome. Thanks, Finn. Andrew?
How's it going? Like Joe said, he hired me on the marketing team, like about a year and a half ago, or almost 2 years ago, actually.
Yep.
Coming up there. So it's been a while. But yeah, so then I kind of transitioned from marketing into more the product side. So yeah, I've been loving that and loving, thinking of new ways to make CloudApp awesome for all y'all. And for myself as well, selfishly, because I think we're some of the biggest users of CloudApp at CloudApp. We have like an internal leaderboard actually weekly, and it kind of is like a heavy competition. We have some of the biggest, like Michael, he's big, Savannah and Finn, they're always right up top. So we kind of, yeah, we play around with the app a lot and try to, bring new features to life that we want and we know that everybody else wants. So excited to be here.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrew. Finn just hit 5,000 CloudApp. What are we calling it now? CloudApp creation.
Items, files. Yeah, I created more than 5,000 items in a year. So that's,
there we go. Items. That's good. I'm at almost 4,500. So I'm getting there. Michael's probably more than that, but yeah, we use it quite a bit here. Savannah, on to you.
I'm Savannah. I'm a customer success manager here at CloudApp. I saw somebody comment a little bit earlier on that they're from People AI. So actually that's somebody I work with really closely, and it's really great to work with our biggest accounts and get to know a lot of great, awesome people. But I also work a lot on our support side and answer a lot of tickets over there. So I get to talk to folks from all over the spectrum of usage in CloudApp. It's been a lot of fun getting to work with CloudApp and getting to meet so many cool people. Unlike Joe, I am here in Utah, but unlike Joe, I'm not a skier. So I am just trying to pretend things are a little bit warmer here, a little bit drier.
For shame.
I'm ready for that summer. And yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. Thanks, Savannah. Anyone that's just joined, this recording will be shared with you later. It'll also be on YouTube before we get into the kind of the meat of everything. And also feel free to drop in any questions at any given time while our product people are going over these features and benefits. Michael and I will be on kind of the chat duty. So we'll be answering your questions, trying to in real time or asking the product folks about it. So feel free to drop in any questions. And then definitely find us on Product Hunt today. We'd love to get your feedback on there. We'll go ahead and start off with Finn taking us through what we've all been waiting for. We're bringing the main event first here for everyone. I know you're all excited about analytics, so we'll let Finn go over that, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen and let him share his.
Perfect. Yeah, so if you're like us, you create content, you probably paste it on Slack, via email, but pretty much any kind of platform you can think of. Usually it's great. CloudApp has always been showing you the number of views. The one thing that we really want to give you guys more access on is insights, way more insights than just the number of views. So I'm gonna walk you through just a few scenarios and showing you basically how this could help your day-to-day. So let me open the right tab. So whenever you have a link here, so a link that you've shared, it could be on Twitter, it could be in Jira, you can now see the number of views right on the main page of that link. And you have a new section called View All Analytics, which will, for now shows you the number of views and can give you a lot more info. So I'm gonna show you, for example, a video of a previous project that I did, a hackathon. We did a hackathon at CloudApp. And I shared this video with people from the team, people outside the team. And we can now tell you exactly the percentage viewed on that video. So as you can see here, Brad watched my full video yesterday or a few days ago. I reshared it a couple of days ago. And for example, Scott probably started watching it. We actually count exactly the different kind of segment that were watched. So if you click play and you go straight at the end of the video, you will not be able to game the system. We really count all the different segments that were played. So we're always trying to improve that data, try to get more precise over time. So if you are an enterprise user, you're able to see exactly the time the view happened and also export that list. So let's say you're working in sales. I saw in the chat that a few people were working in sales. You can send a video to a prospect, see if they viewed it, see how much of it they viewed. And if you probably reuse that video to a couple of other prospects, you can export the list and see how effective it is. So that's really what we're trying to do is whatever content you make with CloudApp, ensure that you get actionable insights. So that's really the gist of it. You can now get more insights on how much engagement your content is providing. This works for videos and also images. So as you share new content, this one is an older screenshot, but the email will fill up. We usually, I think, show the last 30 days of emails, and you will see exactly who viewed it and when. Another feature that is pretty helpful for a lot of folks, I'm especially thinking about leadership folks. So you send a board deck, let's say, and you want to keep it secure. So if you go under share, you have an option called anyone as long as they give their email address can view. This is basically an extra level of security which forces users to enter an email before they view your content. So I'm gonna do a live demo of this. So if I open an incognito window, I open the link. Please enter your email address to view. So here I can just enter tests, viewing drop at fin. So this is me, viewing the drop. If I'm logged in, it will skip that step and automatically log me in. I can click on unlock. And as you should see in a second, on the top right of my screen, I got a notification from CloudApp that someone is viewing my content. And it's also including the email that the person used to view my content. So that is a great way to see in real time that someone viewed your content, exactly who did it. If you want to access it later on, you can always go to your original link. And as you can see here, 3 views. And 1 minute ago, Tez viewing drop with the typo viewed my image. So this works with images, this works with videos. We use it a lot actually at CloudApp. It could be for board decks. It could be, for example, if you're someone from support, you want to ensure that the person you sent your demo video to or like explainer video viewed it and understood it. You can kind of snoop around and just see, all right, this person actually did not even click the link, so I'm not sure they checked it. So we use it, for example, at CloudApp. I make a lot of different videos. So this is an example video of me going through our onboarding flows. I added it on a Jira ticket, and I can see exactly which developer viewed it and which developer didn't. Sometimes you get, whenever you see anonymous users, it's users that do not have a CloudApp account. So if you really want to force email collection, you can use the security settings I just demoed. But by default, on any open link, if they're not logged in, you will see anonymous. But if they do have an account, so here we can see Will watched 34% of my video. So I think he got a pretty good gist of it. I remember him even commenting on that video. So I can stop there. That's pretty much it for analytics. So you can really get, notifications, percentage viewed, and a lot more info. We're gonna add a lot more depending on your guys' feedback.
Awesome. Thank you, Finn. Yeah, this is definitely just the beginning. Analytics has been kind of a focus for us on the back end of things for a while, and just now bringing it public. So we'll certainly learn a lot as we use it, and as you guys all use it, and be able to hone it in from there. But yeah, thanks, Finn. I'm really excited about this. I love it because I can. When we send out those board decks, we can see who actually viewed it and how much they actually watched. So it's really good to kind of call people out if they don't view your stuff. You can follow up.
I'm gonna follow up with just the second part, basically, of the new features we've released. Is accessible from your dashboard. So if you share a lot of content, see a lot of different links, sometimes it's hard to find links that you viewed. So we also released this new section on the dashboard, as you can see on the left, called Activity. What Activity does is basically showing you an overview of everything that is happening on your account and within your organization. So here you can see I just looked at this drop that I made called security settings, recently viewed a minute ago. I looked at a bunch of different Slack conversations and customer videos, and I can easily go and retrieve them. Sometimes they could be lost in Zendesk, in emails. So this is one basically shortcut that I think can be really useful for all of you guys. A good aspect of the activity feed too is that if, let's say you send, let's do a screenshot. I'm gonna open that screenshot on another account and add a comment. So great. You will be able to see comments within that activity feed. So if I go back to my feed now, I get a notification that somebody commented on my drop, on my content. And I also, in activity, if I want to go and reference it, I can see it as well. So this is really one place where you can see what you viewed, what is being commented on or engaged with, and also everything that is being shared with you directly. So if I go back to this other account and go to this content, and I will share it with me again. Share link. You can see here, someone shared with me a screenshot directly, and I can also reference it. So it's really one place where you can see what's being shared and the content that you've interacted with. So that's it for activity.
Awesome. Yeah, activity feed was a late add to this release, so we're excited that we're able to fit it in and kind of pair it up with everything else, because it fits really nicely with everything else that we released today. All right. Okay, Andrew, I'm gonna go ahead and actually not share my screen so you can.
Sounds good, I will. All right, so yeah, we got 3 other really great pieces of CloudApp. Yeah, the tips and tricks here, and so I'm excited about these ones here. So the first one is buttons or CTA. So we've had these for a while, but some people don't quite know that they exist yet or haven't taken full advantage of them yet. And they're really awesome because a lot of times when you're sharing your content with people, you take a screenshot or you record a video, sometimes, yeah, you just kind of, hey, for your information, check this out. But usually you kind of want them to do something afterwards as a follow-up. And so with buttons, that's a great way that you can encourage people to take the next step, whether it's scheduling a call for sales, or, writing a response for support, or viewing the support docs, or, viewing whatever you're talking about in your video. So that's how I use it a lot. So here's an example of a button. So if you go here, you've got this part right here that says add button. And so right now, like, let's say that I do this a lot in product. If people are having issues, I want to hear about it. I want to know what's going on, so we can kind of see, if we can fix it, or if we need to, create a ticket and fix it on our end. And so a lot of times I'll send a video to people, kind of talking them through, possible troubleshooting steps. But then I have a button here that says schedule call that goes in my Calendly. And here you can change, the color to make it more customizable towards your brand. You can change the style of it. You can put it below the content or after the video if you really only want it to be when they're done with the video. And then so that way when the user watches your video and then clicks the button, they can go right to wherever you want. So right here, like my Calendly. Another thing I do a lot with this is I do a lot of data analysis. And so I'll usually make a quick video summarizing what I did, my findings, the key takeaways, what we should do with, whatever I found. And then I'll have a button here that says go to analysis, so that after they watch it, they can actually go in for themselves and dig into it. So there's a lot of applications for CTAs. Really anywhere that you want somebody to take, next steps after they view whatever you created. I guess I'll give it a little pause there. Is there any questions or
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people that when they know that this exists, use it quite a bit. So it's definitely something there's a lot of use cases for with sales and marketing and product. So give it a try and see if it's something that's helpful for you.
Yeah. All right. So I guess
Moving on. Comment, someone in the comments said Calendly tie is mind blowing. Yes, it is.
Yes. It's super nice. I love using that because sometimes you kind of need to move it to a different, discussion, especially sales. Our salespeople use this all the time, where they'll do an intro and say, hey, I'm so-and-so from CloudApp, check out this product. And if you want to schedule a demo or schedule a call with me, just click right here. It makes it a lot more personalized, and it's not just like, people sometimes have very visceral reactions to calendar links in their emails if you just send them to them. But I think they've gotten better responses by putting it in their videos.
Yeah. So quick point on that. Our sales team started adding more CloudApp videos instead of text to all their videos, and they more than 10x their conversion rates as far as people engaging with them, setting up meetings. So, pointing to the CloudApp usage here at CloudApp, we try and use it in every way possible and have seen some really good results.
Yeah. All right, so kind of moving on here. Next, we've got web annotations. So this is something we've also had for a little bit, but it's super helpful. So you can already annotate from the Mac or Windows client, but web annotations brings it to the web, so you can kind of do everything in one place if you want to add a button and everything. So you click on the annotate. Let's say that here, maybe I don't like that picture of me. It's a little blurry. I can just come in here, and I'm not good at typing while I speak, but then we can just add that. We can do a lot of stuff with the text, take an outline out, change the color. Basically, a lot of the things that you can do on the client, it's now on the web, so it's easier to do there. So that's basically annotations, not a crazy in-depth feature, but definitely very useful. But there is one, this isn't called CloudApp tips and tricks for nothing. So there's one little tip that I love to use is when I'm viewing somebody else's, I often get screenshots and stuff from people. There's this button here that's saved to my CloudApp. And so I can just click that save to my CloudApp. It'll create a copy of that for me. And then I can just go and annotate that. And maybe somebody sent me this, hey, how do you think this, little intro about the CTA function that we just talked about? And I can say, maybe can we expand on it a little bit here and kind of give some detail, save that, shoot it back. Yeah, people can kind of collaborate a little bit easier. I don't have to take a new screenshot myself. I can just steal somebody else's and go from there. So web annotations definitely are one thing that we're really happy with, and we're really excited about, because we're going to bring more and more functionality to it. And on the web, it's a little bit easier for everybody to take part. and a little bit lighter and quicker for a lot of those people that want that experience. Yeah, that's that part. I guess I can just move on if there's no questions. Or
Yeah, we've been answering some comments in here, but yeah, this is great. Thank you, Andrew.
Cool.
If you haven't used annotations yet, yeah, I mean, these are all really helpful things to try out if you haven't yet.
Yeah. And then finally, search. So this is something that's great too. So on the dashboard, if you've noticed, there's a search button up here. So I can type in, I took some screenshots, while I was putting together my slides for this. So if I type in webinar, I can hit enter there and search for it. And my computer doesn't like it when I zoom and do stuff at the same time. But there we go. So then we got the slide, the screenshots I took there, and then it tries to match up with anything else that could be relevant. So there's a lot of web in here. But so search is super great to kind of, along with the activity feed, if you're kind of like, I don't remember where that was, you can search for it. And there's one hidden feature too that makes search a lot more functional too, is if you go to CloudApp and then your settings here, then you can enable item name using window title. So that means when I take a screenshot, for example, here, I could take a screenshot here and it'll auto name it with anything that was in the window title to kind of give it some context. That way you don't need to go in manually. So I was on CloudApp, I was on Google Chrome, and then the date. So it makes it a little bit easier to get to and to search for it when you come back to it. So search is kind of another thing along with the activity feed that we're bringing to make it easier to look back and find the things that you need to find when you need to find them. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, search is back. I know that was for any of the old CloudApp users, it went away for a little bit while we updated the system, and it's back, and it's definitely something I use a lot when looking for past things that I haven't favorited or put into a collection folder. So thanks for doing an overview of that, Andrew.
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't think we have any questions, which is great. We'll go ahead and turn the time over to Savannah.
Awesome. Hey guys. So I'll go ahead and start sharing my screen. We got a couple of cool things to go over today in my section. Really still focusing on how to collaborate with your teammates and with others. So the first thing we'll talk about is collections. At the beginning, we were kind of joking about how Finn has 5,000 different items and Michael has 7,000. I'm almost up there. I'm about 4,900 coming for you, Finn. But what does that mean with organization? It means you might need to put those into different folders. It might mean that you would like to find those drops again later in the future if it's something you're going to be frequently using. And so collections are really helpful for that, especially as you start using CloudApp more and more. If you go to your desktop application, the middle tab is called Collections, and this is where you can make new collections. You can see I have several. At the bottom, I can click Create New Collection. I'm going to do like New Webinar Collection here, and that will make a new one here that will pop up for me as well. Now that I have a folder or several folders, anytime I make a drop or any of my existing drops that are already here in my desktop, I can always go back and add any of these into any of those collections. So for instance, if I want this beautiful picture of my face in a collection, I can click this plus bar right next to my image, and I could go ahead and select all the collections I feel like this belongs in. Definitely belongs in customer success and development for sure. So I'm going to be adding those in. These can belong to multiple collections as you just saw. And I will show you an example of what this looks like. So I do have this customer success collection. If I were to refresh this page, it should show my wonderful face here at the top again, because we just added that into a collection. So this is what it looks like on the web. Over here in the desktop, if I wanted to grab the link for any of those and paste it in the web, I would just find that collection here in the middle tab. Over to the right of customer success, I would grab the 3 dots and go to copy link. I could paste it in. It's going to take me to that same collection. Awesome. So that's just a little bit about making collections, organizing collections. If I click on any of the drops that I've already made, whether it's in the desktop, or if I come over here to the web app, and if I work out of here a lot, that's just fine. All of these drops here in the web app, I can click on like any of these little plus marks next to any of these drops and to add those to a collection as well. So you can add these in the desktop or in the web app. But that is not really where that ends, because folders are really great for organizing. But let's say you would like other people in your organization, in your team, to help add to these collections with you. Definitely here at CloudApp, we do that a lot. We have a support video collection just full of all kinds of GIFs and videos showing users how to, like, let's say, reset passwords, do a factory reset, uninstall and reinstall CloudApp, all those things that we do really, really frequently. There's no reason for us to all duplicate our efforts and make our own videos and GIFs that way when we can share them. So something you can do is go back into CloudApp, find your collection, and use those three dots again next to the collection to go to your security settings. So if you change the security setting, you can actually allow other folks in your organization to edit or view. So if I click anyone can edit in your organization as the security setting, now other people in my team, when they go to add drops to a collection, they will actually see the customer success collection. They could add to this collection. They aren't able to do anything like delete anything or do anything destructive. It's really there so that they can add to your collection and help you out on that front. So that's a little bit about collections. Definitely some use cases we've seen, like I mentioned, support. We've seen a lot of support teams use collections. We've seen our marketing team for sure. Internally, we even add to collections for new upcoming email campaigns and product releases. And even in the engineering side, there's all kinds of really cool use cases with CloudApp. I've seen folks have like a Mac client as a collection, and we have all these like installers in there that you can have as drops. So it's really cool. There's lots of different ways you can use this. You can really mold this into the needs of your team. And so that's just a little bit about collections.
Awesome. Yeah, one of my favorite things about collections is I put in all of our marketing collateral, like our press kit and logos and anything that people may need. People from our team ask me all the time in Slack, like, hey, do you have this logo? Do you have this, banner or whatever? And I can just direct them straight to that collection link, and they can, download it from there. So that's definitely something we use quite a bit.
Awesome. Well, let's move on to comments then, unless there's any questions about collections. Comments is a new feature here in CloudApp. So once you send out your link into the ether, whether it's to a client, it's to somebody internally, you embedded it somewhere, whatever it is, once somebody actually clicks on your link, they come to this landing page. And if you want them to engage with you a little bit more, you can always add in a comment. So over here to the right-hand side, it's kind of small because I'm a little backed out here, but it says latest comment. I can click create new. And I can type in a comment here. So let's say it's like a new prospect from the sales perspective. I could say, hi, like company name. That's what I usually do. Thanks so much for coming in to our meeting today. Here's a recap. And then I can add that in. So whenever they come and see this video or they see this image, they would actually have a little bit of personalization here. Another thing you can do if this is internal is tag other teammates on your drops. So it will actually email them to let them know that they were tagged on a drop. You'll be able to now with your analytics tools see if they actually looked at your drop. And this is just a nice little reminder to them. So if I use that @ symbol, I'll just use one of my test accounts. I'll do like @Savannah test. Look here. That account would then get an email saying, hey, Savannah shared this drop with you. Please click here to view it. And so this is a really helpful way to remind other people in your team to view these drops. You can use these internally. You can use these externally with clients. If you would like to disable these for whatever reason, let's say you have something a little bit more sensitive, you definitely can disable that. I'm looking for my disable button. I wonder if I'm in the wrong viewer. Here you go. All right. Oh, okay. I think I knew the problem. So it's because I've already commented, but there is normally a little disable button. So let me find one. I'll just make a new capture. And then we'll paste it in. Okay. I think I got locked out of my account, so I apologize for that. But yep, normally you would see a little disable button that you would actually be able to disable comments if you don't want them here for whatever reason, if this is something that you would like to keep a little bit more private. So that is a little bit more about our comments and how those work and different ways that we've seen them used. Any questions there? Awesome. So let's move into security. So with security, we have two different levels of security here at CloudApp. If you're an individual user, like on our Pro plan, you have individual security settings. And we also have administrative security settings that I'll talk about kind of briefly. But if you were to come in here into your CloudApp account, if you wanted to set any of these to have a stricter security setting than they come with by default, it's really, really easy to. So for instance, if I come over here to the security lock and I click on this, I can change this. By default, it's anyone with the link that I share this out with can view, but I can change it so only those in my organization or my team can see. Those in my team can edit or annotate on top of this. Somebody has to actually type in their email address to see this, or I can password protect this. So we'll do like a little password protect to start. You can also email this to users. Finally, we'll do a quick link expiration. I can do a certain amount of time or a certain number of views. So maybe I want this expiring after somebody views it once. That is just fine. I'll go ahead and grab this link now. And I'll just open a new incognito window to view it. And you're going to see that it does require a password in order to unlock. And so now we have this going. If I were to try this again in a new tab, it should tell me that it's expired because we set it so that it only needed one view to expire. It's still being hosted in CloudApp, so if I need to change that later, if I just want to keep it for myself, I can. But this keeps things a little bit more secure and customized for you guys. As far as admins go in Teams and enterprise accounts, you guys have a little bit more control as well. You can go over here to your team dashboard and head to files. We have several settings here, but you can actually change it so that the default is changed for the links made in your team. Maybe I want these links to only be viewed by people in my organization by default. I can do that. I can set all of our links to expire by default. I can also set file retention policies. So if I want these not only to expire, but to completely go out of CloudApp forever, I definitely can do that here through the file retention. So everything, self-destructs in 3 months. You can also choose between the trash, where it could be restored after, a couple of days within 30 days, or you can fully delete it and just have it go from our servers forever. And then one last thing to end on security-wise, we did just add in a new enterprise feature called View Only Users. So maybe you guys want to have it so that only specific folks can see these drops. Maybe it's just the people in your team that you want seeing these drops. You can, as an enterprise admin, invite other teammates as view-only users. View-only users can view content, comment on content, see your internal collections, see the shared team feed that Finn went over earlier, but they don't make content and they don't really need to make screenshots or recordings or use the desktop application. They're really here just to view the stuff that your team has made. And what's nice about this is for those users on Enterprise, you do get unlimited view-only users. If I change, let's say Savannah test at CL.ly to view-only member, you'll see it's going to free up a license for me. If she needs to create later, or she requests a license at some point because she wants to use the desktop application or she wants to upload things rather than just view, I can always change them back to a member. So that gives us a little bit more options when it comes to security and inviting folks to our team who might need to see those drops. So that's awesome. A little bit more about security.
Thanks, Savannah. Just answering one more question here. I'll just yeah, anyway, I'll take care of that later. So everyone, thanks for attending. And hopefully you got some good information out of this, and hopefully you can go back to your CloudApp usage today and try out some of these new things. And we're grateful for having you all as a part of the community and for coming today. If you haven't already, jump into Product Hunt. give us some love there. And then check out, we also did a blog post today, so you can kind of see the breakdown and videos and GIFs and screenshots of all the releases today. And let us know if you have any questions. We're always available. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.